Hey friends, happy Sunday. It is Melissa with Junk and Craft Treasures on the Junk and Craft Treasures page. We are going to be doing a sneak peek of the Essential Stencil transfers and stencils coming out next Saturday, the 28th. And guys, it's going to be kind of a long live, so if you're on the replay, hashtag replay, you may want to forward on to the end to see the end project, unless you want to stick around and see the sneak peek at the beginning and then hop over to the end. So I normally go live at 1. I hopped on just a little bit early just to make sure everything gets out in the Facebook land before I get started. Hey Brenda, how are you, dear? I'm excited about this collection. I've certainly got some favorites with this collection. So I'm going to go through. I'm not going to take everything out, guys, but I am going to give y'all a sneak peek of everything so y'all can see it in person, because I don't know about y'all, but me, I like to see things in person, and it just kind of helps my judgment. Hey, Selena. Hey, Brenda. So we're going to get started real quick, and if you miss any of these, just go back to the beginning if you're on the replay, and you can catch them. Hey, Kimberly. Hello, Sherry. Hey, Mitzi. Good to see y'all. And y'all know my Sunday lives are all about interacting and all the things, guys. So if anybody is catching the replay right now, and you don't want to see the sneak peek, you just want to see the final project, go ahead and fast forward through it. That is the beauty of replays, guys. Hey, Marcy and Kay and Heidi. Hello, Vicky. How are you, dear? All right, so we're going to go ahead and get started. The first thing I'm going to show y'all is Blooming Birdies, which is two 12 by 16s. Hey, Jeannie and Maggie. So we've got these cute little birds. I went ahead and took them out, so hopefully my ring camera wouldn't be too bright for you. You got 2 sheets of these. I've got some cute ideas with these, because we have a spring stencil. Hey, Sue and Susan and Joyce Ann. Hey, Donna. I think it would be really cute with the new spring stencil with like birds at the bottom with some of the flowers, kind of maybe on like an 11 by 10 or something like that. I think that would be super cute. Hey, Cheryl. Hey, Deborah and Heidi. I know it's so good. Hey, Marilyn. So this is the first thing that we looked at today, and that is the 12 by 16 transfers of the birdies, guys. I am going to try to somewhat keep this organized, because as y'all know, I am an ambassador for Essential Stencil. So all of this goes on sale at midnight on the 27th, which is technically the 28th. But I do a live on the 27th, so I will be doing it on their page. So I got to kind of keep everything somewhat together and organized, guys. Hey, Terry. All right, guys, then we have what is this called? A dainty flower pattern. I can see this. Y'all are going to laugh with the carrots that I posted yesterday. I could see this as a cute carrot pattern on some duck cloth to make your own little carrots with a floral pattern. You do have the smaller pattern right down here at the bottom as well. And cute pillow. I think I'd make a cute pillow. Hey, Pat. Hey, Jerry. How are y'all? I know Kay sent me a message and said that she had like cold temperatures. She was back in winter. I went and looked at our calendar real quick before I hopped on, y'all. We are going to be, I think we're going to be 79 for the highs this week. We got low temperatures in the 39s to 40s, but today the high is going to be 57. So that's going to be our coldest day this week, y'all. So then we have wildflowers, which are backwards, but this is really cool, guys. They're all together. We could use them individually. I can see this not only, and y'all know whenever I do sneak peeks, I tell y'all what I have envisioned for it on my end, as well as what Essential Stencil has. So they did it down here in like a really pretty black background with the flowers. Hey, Pat. I have this envisioned on smaller little pieces and in a flower garden. So that's what I'm thinking for that one along with that. Guys, I don't have these in any particular order. So then we have our horse transfers. Y'all want me to take this out so y'all can see all the horses in here? This transfer right here with the flowers. Y'all know I was looking, you have snow right now. Oh my goodness, Joyce Ann. Y'all know I was looking for my other horse the other day and I couldn't find it because I said it galloped off, and I'm glad this one galloped in because it's so pretty with those flowers. Let me go ahead and take this out so you can see. I'm going to try, guys. I'm going to try. I'm going to leave this part in there. So I'm going to accidentally. Hey, Shayna. I almost said, hey, frame it. Hey, Shayna. Hey, Eva. Okay, guys. So here is the first sheet. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. This is going to be needed on a larger piece of wood. I was hoping, if y'all saw that frame I did the other day, I was hoping it was going to fit in there, but it's a little bit too big for that. But the smaller one definitely would fit in that frame. And then we've got our, I love the little carriage right here. And then our other horse right here. And then that stack of flowers. So y'all love this one. I just need to find the right piece of wood for this project, guys. So yeah, they look good. Hey, Nikki, how are you? Love those horses. And that one horse I was going to look at real quick, y'all. Stand by. Where did I put it? I wanted to see. Okay, so just to give you some comparison for size on this one, this is a 5x5 block. And if we put this right there, we can get it on a 5x5. We're just going to have a little bit of the detail cut off, but this size right here does fit on a 5x5. I wanted to check that out while it was out. I know. Okay, and then we have the pastel gardens, which of course y'all know I am obsessed with this truck down here. You can't choose, Jeannie. I understand. I am obsessed with this because y'all know I love my trucks. Let me pull this one out for you too. That way they'll all be pulled out and ready for Friday anyway, right, y'all? That's the thinking behind that. Okay, so we have this section right here with the beautiful flowers, the eggs. Look at that hummingbird, y'all. Look at that hummingbird. So pretty. Oh, yes, girl. I think I have this top in like every color because I'm ready for spring. I am ready. And then we have this gorgeous truck right here. Look at that one with those big flowers. Y'all seen me add some stencil flowers to the trucks, but I don't have to on this one. Another egg, another gorgeous hummingbird, the books, the boots. So this one is really, really cute, guys. If I am missing your comments, I promise I will go back and look at them and answer any questions that you may have. All right, guys, let's get to some of the stencils. I'm going to take this one out because I kind of want to explain it. Are y'all having a good Sunday? Are y'all having a good Sunday? I'll have to tell you what happened to me Friday after my live, but I'll tell you that here in a little bit when we start crafting. So I don't have to think as hard. Leave room in your garden for angels to dance. And it has these right here. So then it has the sweet layering pattern that goes over, and I may have it backwards. No, I have it right. Here we go. That lays over it like this. So you can do whatever colors you want with your leaves and all the things, guys. So this one is super, super cool. It is a 10 by 12. Put that right there. Okay, this is one of my favorites, and I know y'all are going to think I'm crazy because y'all probably have never seen me do a goose project in my life, but I have to hold this one up too. Hey, Teresa. Hey, Melissa. Yeah, we're doing a sneak peek. These all go on sale next weekend. So you get to kind of see what's coming out ahead of time. Hang on. All right. I can't stand how cute this is going to be as a round. Hey, silly goose. I know it's not lined up, y'all, but it will be. What do y'all think of that one? I love that. So cute. So stinking cute. So that's going to be one of my rounds that we're going to do soon for sure. Hey, Erin, how are you? And that is the 16-inch door hanger. Hey, silly goose. All right. Then we have, and I know you're not going to be able to see it, but like I said, I don't want to take all of them out. This one says flower shop, and we have our flower in the middle down here at the bottom because I can't read that small. It says seeds, blooms, bouquets, open daily. And then we have this flower right here. And then we also have two other flower patterns on the back. So you can choose and just substitute that middle flower. Then I love this one because I love this saying. Actually, y'all are going to think I'm crazy, but James Vanderbeek said this before he passed away. I think it's back in December or January when he said it, but that welcome spring, a time of renewal. So I've always loved this. I did watch one of his reels when he was talking about this, and it's like all the flowers are blooming, the temperatures are nice, you know, everything is, you know, blooming and all the things, and it's a great time for renewal. So I just love that saying. Hey, Christine. Hey, Judy. How are you? So I can't wait to do that one. And then we've got this one right here. Let's see. Life is better in the garden. Hey, Barbara, how are you? And this is an 8x10 as well, guys. Life is better in the garden. I think we can do some fun, cool colors with that. And of course, y'all know I love my antique, chippy, all that stuff. So we're gonna do some cool backgrounds with these two to kind of give them like a vintage cottage flair. That's kind of like what I love to do. I wanted to show y'all, this is a porch board. Y'all, I can't talk. So we have this design right here with our bunnies, and you can actually make it smaller too. And then we have our Hello Spring. And this is what I was talking about, mixing with the birds. Of course you could mix the butterflies or anything, but like, wouldn't that be cute with just like a Hello Spring with a bird to the side of it? Can y'all see my vision on that? So we've got the cute bunny pattern, but then we could also mix it with one of those cute little birds too. I think that would be adorable. All right, so there's that. So I'm gonna ask y'all at the end of this, I'm gonna give y'all a quiz to see what your favorite is, so y'all have to let me know. So this is just a gigantic word of spring, and this is what I was talking about with the birds down at, y'all, I'm gonna make a mess. It's gonna happen. I'm not gonna be able to find anything come Friday, but like maybe doing them at the top or doing spring with the birds at the bottom. See what I'm talking about? And then we have like a third bird down there. I think that'd be super cute. And then on the back, we do have, if I don't quit pulling those birds out, I'm gonna mess them up. We have our butterfly, our flower top, which can be replaced with this one, our butterfly, and our other bird. I get it, Angela. And you know what? I'm gonna be 100% real with you when I say this, girlfriend. Get what you're gonna use. Get what you love, get what you're gonna use. If you do craft fairs and stuff, get things that you know will sell in those specific booths. I think this is a great one because y'all know I like to do things on the back of pieces and stuff. So, Darling, Be a Wildflower. I think, honestly, like just this on a back of a round with just this stenciled for an added bonus for a customer if you don't do double-sided signs is going to be perfect. So I love this 16x5. Yeah, they go on sale on the 28th, which I will be showing them on the 29th again. So if you're watching today, you're going to get to see me do it again. And, what was I going to say? Oh, I was talking about something about getting what you needed. I lost my train of thought. I'm not going to pull this one out, but this one says, I'm going to lose it if I do, be kind, okay? And then we've got our bigger flowers and things. Hey, Christine, down here at the bottom to do that right there, guys. Yeah, the horse is a must. The horse is a must. And I'm not even a horse person, guys. I'm going to be honest. I am not a horse person, and I love the horses. Stacked happy birds. I'm not going to pull that out because you can see what those look like right here. But you've got all kinds of pieces in here. You've got mushrooms in the mushroom. What do you call it? The little dots for the mushroom. You've got the birds. You've got the stump. You've got the elements that go with that. And that is... it's a 6x10, a 10x6, and a 5x5. So 10 is going to be your largest part of that stencil. Okay, guys, another great background. We could do this in just black and white. We could go ahead and color in all of our chickens and our chicks. You can order them a Saturday, Friday night at midnight. So the 28th. And then we've got our smaller one right here. Pillows. Think aprons. Think all of those things, guys. Because I love, you know I love my backgrounds. You know I love my backgrounds. No, they go on sale the 28th and I am live on the 27th. So Friday's the 27th, 28th is Saturday. So I'll be showing them on the 27th. And then, okay, y'all. And this is what I was talking about with that Be a Wildflower. I think it would be cute, like if you did this sign and just on the back, wrote that on the back. You know I love this. You know I love this one. We are gonna do, and this is the one I want to do this on, and I decided not to do it today because we're doing the sneak peek of everything. Oh, hey, Darlene, you are witnessing a sneak peek of things to be released, and then we're going to do a project. So don't think this is all I do on my lives, but we're showing the sneak peek today, and then we'll get started on something. But I want to use that new Amy Howard chippiness that I got, and I want to use that for the background on this. So I want to have time when I can take a little bit more time and get that one done. But I love that one. Y'all, I'm making a mess. I told y'all I would. Okay, get this in here. Okay, the barn. Do we need to say anything else about the barn? The barn is just fantastic. Now, I want to show y'all a couple things with the barns because somebody asked me about this, and it is a 12 by 16. I'm going to pull both of them out of here, hopefully. Hang on. Because I know you get a glare with these in that packaging. Okay, so we have this barn right here, and I'm gonna try not to undo it. And then we have this gorgeous one right here. Okay, now here's where my mess is gonna come in. So for those that don't have the ability to cut wood, let's talk about this for a second. By the way, the one horse does fit on this. I forgot to pull it out. So you can get these online at Amazon. They are thin. They are not real thick at all. But they come in like a 8-pack maybe. It will fit on here. It won't fit on the inside unless you do some cutting, but it will fit on the back side of this. So that is an option for that size. Of course, you've got your bigger rounds you could put it on. And it does fit on the oval with just a little bit, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. See right down here, we have a little bit in the corner, a little bit right there, and a little bit at top, but it does fit on the ovals, guys. So I am probably going to do the barn on an oval today. I want to use some fine line crackle to antique it, but here is the one, and here is the other one. Now these are going to be available for individual purchase, mega bundle, spring bundle, for these barns. Y'all, I have a feeling that the barns are going to sell out because I kind of did a thing on my page yesterday to see where everybody was at on everything. And everybody said horses and barns. You know they'll bring them back, so I'm not trying to like instill the fear that you have to get them. But if you want them and you don't mind waiting for them, I think that that's going to be one of those things that will sell out and you will have to wait for them to come back. So just keep that in mind if you want them for shows or something like that. Like I said, not trying to do that FOMO, but yes, that is the largest one, that's the oval that they have from Craft Deals, both sizes that I just showed. And then these are really super cool too, and I haven't really seen anybody talk about these yet, but y'all, so many pretty things that we can do with these. I'll have to do some reels to show y'all, but like these are gorgeous. So I think these have been overlooked with everything. I wanted to show y'all this too. I think these have been overlooked with everything else that's coming out, but they are fantastic. And we have all of our smaller stencils, which I'm fixing to show you now, that we could mix and match those in with. So we have our words. So we have true, noble, right, and pure. And admirable. Okay, so I know they're backwards, but this size right here, these would go stunningly with any of those. Then we also have our 1-inch words. The square one is from Amazon. The square one's from Amazon. The ovals are from Craft Deals. So the spring words, which are 1-inch letters, y'all. Not gonna show you all of them. We have bloom, blossom, flourish, awaken, meadow, grow, gentle, rooted, sprout, nurture, seeds, fresh, nature, renew, plant, petals, garden, wildflower, flowers, and thrive. So we have some great words that we can mix and match for all year long with other words that we have. So y'all know how I feel about the words. Gotta have the words, no matter what, because you'll use them at some point. Okay, and this is all the spring bundle, by the way, guys. This is all spring bundle. Then we have 6x6s. Let's take these out and show y'all these, because y'all know I love my 6x6s. And if you're like me, I gotta see them. I gotta see them, y'all. All right, so we have wildflower seeds with our flower. I'm trying to do these fast for y'all. Can't see it that way, can y'all? That's what I get for trying to do fast. Fresh cut flowers, 25 cents, which we've got all of the cute little flower things over here, which that's going to go perfect with to substitute flowers. Let's see. Loves Me Not. The board, I want to say it's a 12-inch. I will measure it for you here in just a second. Fresh as a daisy. And I love this one with the border, wild and free. And then, so this is a 6-pack. I should have said that earlier. 6-pack. And then, I'll get it the right way. There we go. Grow your own way. I love that. I love that. Yeah, I think it's a 12x16 exactly, but I'll let you know here in just a second, because I've put stuff on top of it now that's open, and if I attempt to move it, y'all, it is gonna crumble. So I'm almost done with this, so then I'll put all that away and I can grab that back out. Hello, Shasta. What is Shasta's granddaughter's name? Let me know your name, dear. All right. Stronger Than the Storm. This is another 6-pack. And then we have our Raindrops. And then we have After the Rain Comes Flowers. And just keep in mind, y'all, these 6x6s go with these transfers, okay? So they all kind of go together. Just a floral right here. And Brighter Days Ahead. And I think I showed that, but I can't remember. Seeds of Kindness Grow Here. Ava. Well, hello, Ava. The one that I did with the mint julep is a 12x9. Isn't it cute, y'all? I can't help it. I had to put my bunnies out. They're so cute. They are so cute. Somebody asked me if I would sell them, and I do sell things, and I was like, I can't sell my bunnies. My bunnies are too cute. And I don't have a set of bunnies, because all the bunnies I did last year we sold, so I don't have my bunnies. This is a 4-piece set, and we've got a little Dirt Never Hurt, and then we have, I'll get these all turned the right way here. Plant Joy. Fresh Herbs. I know, I love that 6-pack a lot. And then I don't remember planning this. And if you are like me, guys, I don't remember what I did this morning. So that kind of goes with my mental midlife crisis here. I don't remember where I put anything. I know I've been saying for a month I want a lemon tree. Have I got my lemon tree yet? No. So yeah. Okay. Let me go to this real quick because somebody wanted to know what size this is. I'm pretty sure it's a 12x16. It is I'm lying, y'all. It's a 15 5/8. I'm going to slap myself in the face. By 11 5/8. So they may have it as a 16 by 12. Might be what they have it as. I don't remember. I can put the link in after the live too, if you want to. If you want me to do that, somebody tell me that and I'll do that. Okay, so that is spring. Let me pull out my barns. I had all these surfaces to show y'all stuff. Y'all, I gotta get back organized real quick because like I said, I don't want to misplace anything or mess anything up. And I didn't pile everything up very pretty. So now is the organization part. See, that's pretty. All right. And then we will do this like this, that like that. And then we have everything all cute that I can lay back on the table and not get anything messed up. And then we will take this and put it in here and stick it right here. So it's all together. Yeah, absolutely, Brenda. And like I said, they're not the strongest, best quality, but they do work, especially if you don't have anybody to cut out wood for you. And you got the frame on the back, so if you want to do smaller pieces. All right, guys. Whew. Whew, it's a workout. It is a workout. We're having a workout right now. And y'all, I'll be danged if you can hear me snorting over here. I think I'm getting back my sinus infection. Okay, so this is a porch leaner that says Easter Blessings. So I know it's backwards. I'm not going to take it out because I don't want to separate everything. But y'all, we have bunnies, we have leaves, we have eggs, we have flowers, we have chicks, we have all of the things to go around this. And it goes straight down so we don't have to line anything up. Then we have these gorgeous, and this is Easter, y'all. So we have these eggs that have the centers that can go into the eggs. So we have the florals that fit on the inside of the eggs. Then we have another tag set, which is called the Cottontail Mini Tags. It says Cottontail, Spring is Coming, and Happy Easter. Hang on, I'm gonna take them out, but I'm gonna show you the font because I think the font's cute. I say I'm not going to take them out, and what do? I take them out. But anyway, so they're cute. I have to. So we have our Happy Easter tag that would be adorable on anything for Easter, baskets, all the things. Y'all, I'm obsessed with this one. Y'all give me some hearts. How cute is that? We can put it on a tag. We can put it on a Easter basket. So adorable. And then we have Spring is Coming. And remember, guys, you can always alter your stencils, and you can just do spring. You can just do the cute little bunny with the thing. So many different ways we can use those. But yeah, I love these tags. I was like, I'm not going to take those out. But I had to show y'all that bunny. I forgot that bunny was in there. And y'all know I'm going to open these too. So these are 6x6 Happy Days. So another super cute one. We have our egg hunt. How cute. Y'all, I can't with these. These are adorable. Hoppy Days. And how cute is that one? Okay, because I haven't taken them out either, y'all. Cottontail Farms. So y'all got my true reaction on that one. I am obsessed because y'all know I love my little bunny butts. So how cute. I love that one. We're going to have to make a reel of that one pretty quick, y'all. That one's going to have to happen. Look at my face. That's like pure joy right there. I got me a bunny butt with cute designs. They are available Saturday, so Friday night at midnight. I think, if not, it'll be Saturday morning. So normally it's midnight, but we don't ever really know. So I love that bunny butt. Okay, so then we have a Happy Easter wreath, which is super cute. How cute is that? Of course, it's backwards, but it's cute. And then, y'all, I'm obsessed with this too. I see this for carrots. I see it for borders. I see it for raised stenciling backgrounds. Like, I love carrots. So not only do I love the bunny butts, I love carrots. And y'all know that because I posted carrots yesterday. I'm obsessed with carrots. So we have also the 6x6 carrots. I may have to grab another set of those because I'll probably use all those and y'all me wash my stencils, but they do last a long time. Okay, I got so sidetracked by those bunny butts. I did not realize this bunny butt was in there, and that wasn't my project for today, but I want to do a bunny butt now. Okay, I'm crazy. So we have our crown of thorns, and then we also have a smaller 5x5, 6x6 right here. So this will go for our Easter theme for sure. It'll go great with our transfers. So let me just go ahead and grab those transfers right here. Hang on, y'all. I know y'all are going to want to see what's on both pages. So stand by. Stand by. I know, Rhonda. I'm telling you, I get excited by silly things sometimes. And Terry puts up with it. Bless his heart. All right, so here is the first page right here. And here is the second page. Okay, so a lot of things that we can do with that. Not necessarily in this set, but past sets we have, different, I was looking, y'all, I thought, we had some Bible verses, but I can't remember where they're at. May have to look for those. Okay. And then we also have our lambs. I got sidetracked because I was thinking, yes, that's what I was thinking, Becca. Let me show you the other. I try to show y'all both of these because you can see the one set very clear on the website, but sometimes the second you get surprised, like I did with the bunny butt. So, super large one on the back. Oh, thank you, Melinda. I appreciate it. That's what I was just telling somebody, and somebody had offered to buy them, and I'm like, I can't sell my bunnies. And then let's go ahead and do the crosses since we're here, because it all kind of goes together. Well, we know it all goes together, but you know what I'm saying. We'll show it together. We will show it together. So for the Easter, we have religious and we have the cuteness. So there's two parts to that, in my opinion. And then we have our gorgeous crosses. And they're pretty good size. I want to look at that real quick on something. So these are gorgeous. What do I want to look at, y'all? So I've got this. Okay, so some of these would fit on the cutting boards from Craft Deals, because y'all know I love cutting boards. That's a thing. And then some will fit, not many. One, maybe 2 or 3 on our 5x5s that we love. So we are going to need a little bit bigger surface. So what I'm thinking for the crosses, in all honesty, Michael's, and I know they're online. Is this one? Hang on, y'all. It's not going to be this size, but, well, it could be. So these panels right here, this one's a stronger panel than the other one, but the inside is where these crosses are going to look phenomenal. And this one might actually be like the perfect size for this one. And this is a, I think, 9x11. 10 by 8, and the inside is a 7 by 5 1/4. So these right here, these are the thicker insides. The thicker insides are at Michael's. The thinner insides are at Amazon. I know Michael's just had their 40% off sale. So maybe in a week or two they'll have them back on sale. But I think those are going to be pretty in there on the inside of those, if you don't have the ability to cut wood. All right. Hey, Stacy. We're almost there, y'all. I'm out of breath. All right. Then we have a Happy Easter round with our chick. I'm not going to take it out. It says Happy Easter. And then we have our super adorable little chicks. And y'all, there has to be, oh, I have to take it out now. Goodness. Hang on. Hang on. There's 3 parts to this, which I just noticed. So here is our other set of chicks, which I know looks weird, but I promise they're chicks. So they're the chicks right here. And then actually there's 3. And then you've got the faces right here. Can you visualize it now that I have it right? Because when you do it like this, it looks kind of crazy. You're like, what is that? But when you put that on top of it, you can kind of see what we're doing there. Make a little more sense there? Okay. So that is that, and it's a 16 by 8, so we'll go on a 16-inch round. I'm never going to get that back in there right now, so we'll do that in a minute. Okay, y'all obsessed with these two. Okay, I am taking these out. Easter tile set 8 by 8s. Like I said, guys, I knew this was going to be a longer live, but I want to show you all this, and I do want to do a project with y'all. So, oh, fantastic. They're 8 by 8s. So, this isn't the right one, but you could always do the 8 by 8s that are like this. There is an 8 by 8. The cross. How gorgeous would that be with watercolors? Y'all, I'm obsessed with these. Oh, how cute. And I'm going to say, when I saw them on the packaging, I wasn't too excited. But I am actually excited about these. And you know what? It would be really cute to do some type of, do them all, like lay them out this direction and do something at the top. We could do Easter. We could do spring. The big words. So yeah, that's where my brain went on that one. Sorry, y'all. I was having a, hey Janice, I missed you on here, girl. Welcome. We are almost done with sneak peek, and I will get down to some crafting, I promise. Okay, y'all. Wildflower bunnies. These are precious. Wildflower bunnies. Gallery glass, Jana, I was thinking about that too. I've just got to find an 8 by 8 frame for those. Y'all, I can't with these. Look at the teacups and the suitcases. Look at that one. Is she not precious? I just want to like grab her cheeks. So cute. All right. I'm not going to get that back in there because I did it wonky, so we'll just move on. And then we have our little bunny daydreams. Now this comes with tulips as well. And yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I am Kimberly. And then look at these. Look at this one. I can't. Y'all know I love my carrots. Y'all, look at that one with the carrots. And then with the tulips on the bike. Okay, does that not say a little vintage rabbit right there? I know, I'm getting excited. I haven't looked at all of them. Oh, I missed my carrots, y'all. Look. Ah! Oh my gosh, I missed that one. Look at that one. I know, I get excited. I'm sorry. Oh. I had the excited scream there. I am sorry, y'all. So if you like bunnies and carrots, that finally we got some bunnies and carrots, y'all. Okay, I didn't even notice that was on there. Okay, I'm never gonna get that back in the box. So, I'm not gonna get it back in there. So let's grab our oval. Let's attempt to. Y'all, I got that all nice and neat, and now I'm messing it all up. Hang on. Right back where you were, so you're all pretty. Gallery glass is so fun. So you basically go with like a Sharpie stencil on, like you take a Sharpie through the stencil, and then you can go back in and color it in with gallery glass, And it's basically like, I don't want to say a puff paint because it's like a puff paint, but you see through it when it dries. So it's like a stained glass look. Jana may be able to explain it a little bit better, but, and then it's on glass. So it's really pretty see-through. All right, y'all. I think we're going to do this barn. I think this is the barn we're going to do. All right, this is the barn we're doing. We're doing the barns. I love the barn. So we got 2 barns. We have this one. And then the one I'm going to do, which is this one. I like this one because like right in there, we've got that cottage feel. So okay, so I debated and I'm still trying to think. So I had 2 ways I wanted to do this. I either wanted to do it over a duck egg blue, but I've got those pretty greens in there. Don't worry, I'm not going to say my lime green again, I promise. Or do we want to use the pink, y'all? So do we want to do, y'all are going to have to help me. Hey, Julie, I know it's so pretty. Okay, so y'all are going to have to help me. It's like a peachy versus a pink. This one is more pink. All right, let's do white. We're going to go white because I'm going to do the crackle. I was fixing to say, y'all tell me if we want to do pink, but I think that's going to be too pink. So I was thinking like a pink background, obviously the pink would be the background, a pink sunrise or sunset. That's what I was kind of thinking with the pink. I don't know. Do we want to do pink? I don't know. Everybody's saying pink. Do we want to do pink or white? Y'all, I'm going to back that up. I am going to do white because I'm doing the crackle. And I honestly don't know how the crackle, thanks Elizabeth, I don't know how the crackle is going to do over the Dixie Belle paint. So I want to use what I have done before and know that works, okay? So let's do what works. And I have an idea that we might do, y'all are gonna laugh. I buried my plate on the bottom. Hang on. There's my plate that I've been recycling. Yeah, so if you missed any of the first 40 minutes of that live, guys, I was showing you the spring collection, the Easter collection, and the mega bundle. And so, like I said, they'll be available. I look like a little bunny rabbit. They will be available individually. They will be available in a spring bundle, an Easter bundle, and a mega bundle. So mega bundle will have spring and Easter, and then you'll have individuals, and then you'll have the other. And y'all, like Kay mentioned for me earlier, because I get so excited and I forget, but my code CRAFTTREASURES will also save at checkout. If you are going to use a gift card, I just ask that you use my link so I can get credit for it. If you don't, that's fine. But I got to throw it out there because a lot of people don't realize that if they just use a link with their coupon codes that we still get credit. But our codes do supersede. So if you do use my link and you use another ambassador link, that ambassador will get credit. So, which is fine. Not a problem. But if you want to use my code, CRAFTTREASURES, I would appreciate it. So, let me get my first coat. Y'all know I don't care what first coat looks like because it's the first coat. I'm just getting that paint down. Not a big deal. We'll do the second coat and and y'all, this transfer is so big that we don't even have to do a second coat if we want to. So now, for those that have been on the whole time, I'm gonna give y'all trick questions here. So the first set that we went through, yes, you can, let me answer that first, Barbara. So transfer life not adhered is about a year to a year and a half. If you have them stored in a dry, cool place, you can get longer than that. But humidity and all of that, of being in there, especially if you've used a couple and you haven't used all of them and they're open, but if they're sealed, you're probably okay. Okay, so spring was the first thing that I showed. What is your favorite spring transfer? Not Easter, spring. So we had the trucks, we had the kind of vintage cottage look, we had the horses and the barns. If there was another one, I can't remember. So what is your favorite spring transfer? Mary, he is helping his mother with some things today. So he will be back this evening. He has been out of town all weekend, but he will be back this evening. So the horse head, I love that. Do you like the carriage and the flowers with it too, Tracy, or just the horses? The birds were the other ones. That was the first thing I showed. You're right. I totally, barns for you. I'm just trying to see where everybody's at, y'all, so I know to create content and stuff to give y'all ideas with things that you really, really love. The horse heads, I'm telling you, they're beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. So this is our second coat, guys, and you can see how well it's coming together. You are good. You are good, Jennifer. What was I going to say that I forgot to say? I don't know. Horses and barns, the funny birds, they are cute, Brenda. I think we're going to have some super cute projects with those. And I can see like the fun backgrounds too with those because they're fun. So the background will be a little more muted probably for those, but I think they're cute. So I'm basically seeing birds, barn, and horses. So just for y'all to note too, that's where everybody's at on those. Bunnies are Easter, they're not spring. So I'm seeing those, like I said, I see those selling out. I know they'll restock them, but I do see those selling out pretty quickly. Because, you know, I'm trying to say how to say it, but like, that's how y'all feel. I'm sure that's how everybody else feels. Does that make sense? So your favorites, I think, are what everybody else's favorites are. Yay, Karen, I love that. Okay, so now, what's your favorite Easter transfer? So that's where we have Jesus, the lambs, the bunnies, and both bunny sets. Thank you, Brandy. Brandy, I saw your project that you did yesterday, or not yesterday, but you had posted, and I saw it yesterday, and it was beautiful. I loved it. You know, Brenda, I had them the day before, because we got like a little private link to look at that we were asked not to share, and I forgot to write it down, and that link is expired. So I do not have those, but I know that they're 20% off. I want to say the mega bundle, which included everything, Brenda, was $4.98. That's the only one that like sticks out in my head. And then of course my code will take another 10% off of that. I love that exclamation, Raquel. Okay, so let's just give this a good, oops, I hate that sound, y'all. Good sanding. And y'all know, since I'm doing the barns first when they go on sale, I'm going to be grabbing some more barns. I think barns are going to go really well here. But, as always, y'all, I do get mine first, and then I wait and let y'all get them, and then go a couple days after. The crosses, yes, the crosses are beautiful. Okay, so which one did we decide we're doing? Which one did I say? And this is where I was like, well, these are more pink than those, but that's, which one did I want to do? Now I don't even remember which one I wanted to do, y'all. I think I wanted this one. I think I was doing the more peachy look. Okay, so I sanded, I took my towel, I don't have any white paint that came off, all my residue's off. I don't want to mess this up, so I'm just making sure that I followed my steps. Anytime I have a big piece, that is how I do it, guys. I remove it like that and put it where the sticky side faces me so I can get rid of everything that I need. No, you were good, Raquel. I liked it. I actually love that. Okay, so to get this to fit on here how I want to, I'm going to kind of look. I'm going to cut off one flower right there and then have a little bit right there, but the rest of it fits pretty good. Okay. Yes, and they do have, I think it's with Shop Pay, where you can do 4 installments. Does that sound right? Somebody help me. It looked like it was straight, but it wasn't. I wish somebody would come lay this down. That's the only thing when I do big surfaces like this that I gotta make sure I get it exactly. Because what's playing with my mind is okay, so this, does anybody else have this problem? This is square, this is oval. I don't want it to be too crazy off. We're just going to do that. That's how it's going to be. And I'm going to take some stencils and probably do the stencils as well. All right, so we've got this on here. Like I said, we're going to have a little bit, and I'll show you what I'm talking about that's going to be off of here, but it's nothing that's going to hinder our beautiful project. Yeah, I think there's different plans, and the only reason I know that is because we're working on my class, and we were talking about doing like pay, and I know Shop offers that, but I don't have Shop. So I was trying to figure out how to get that added. So I've got to figure that out tomorrow. Yes, thank you, Barbara. All right, guys, here we go. We're going to do this the same way we do all of our transfers. We are going to start up at the top and burnish down. I'm shedding today. And then, of course, on this one, because it's so beautiful, and you know I do it on all of them anyway, I'm going to go around the sides to make sure that everything goes right up to that edge. And I'm just going to really make sure. So it kind of looks like it's falling off of my wood piece. Hopefully that makes sense. So the way I've done it, and I'll show it to you when we pick it up, but the way I laid it down, the flowers still come over here, but then like one will be cut off, but it's kind of like it's coming off the page. I am doing a class for creators, Luann. You know, I've learned a lot of things over the years in the online space, a lot of myths that are like given as facts and stuff. So we're just going to have a 3-week class and kind of, you know, define your brand purpose, your brand, where you want to go with it. If you're just doing it as a hobby, a career, extra money, retirement, craft shows, all those things. We're going to talk about affiliate pay, income, UCGs, and we've got little bonuses in there. I'll do some page reviews of pages, little homework assignments, things like that. I don't know. I've never used it, Cheryl, so I'm not 100% sure. And that's the good thing too with the individual is that you can get, like I said earlier, guys, get what you know you're going to need and what you're going to use. And then you can always go back. Don't let the FOMO scare you. And if somebody's like, what in the world is that? Fear of missing out. Okay, y'all, I put this on my post earlier and then I had somebody yell at me about it, so I took it down. But have y'all seen what they're coming out with now with the rotary phones that attach to your cell phone? Have y'all seen those? I kind of laughed about it. I posted it this morning and then somebody said something. Anyway, neither here nor there. But I took it down. But have y'all seen them? They look just like the old rotary dial phones. and they connect to your Bluetooth, so you don't have to talk on your cell phone. Now, ironically to me, because I am that age group, I have one of those phones. I love the fact when we got bag phones and I didn't have to talk on one of those phones. But I am cracking up with how many 20 and 30-year-olds are going out and buying those phones. It is because I've never seen them before, which I get it 100%. But y'all, it cracks me up. Because that was one of the main things I was so excited about when I got my cell phone like I have now, that I didn't have to have a landline anymore. And so now they're going back to like the little phones. Has anybody else seen that? It cracks me up. I'm waiting. Y'all remember when you had like the party lines that you had it like on the wall, and then you were like, hey, you know, put me through to whoever, and they patched you through. I'm waiting for something like that next. So yeah, Donna, I didn't know it was going to be so controversial. And it wasn't up very long, and I got some messages, so I was just like, okay, it's not worth my time for that right now. So I went ahead and took it down. But yeah, it cracks me up. We actually covered, hey Sandra, how are you, my dear? We actually covered up our landline with some shiplap not long ago. Well, gosh, it's been 4 years ago now, but like the outlet part. We're getting there, guys. This is a big stencil. It's a 12 by 12 stencil. It's not exactly 12 by 12, obviously, but it is on a 12 by 12 sheet, so it makes it pretty big. But we pretty much got, can y'all see how pretty that is down here? How it's popping off. I know, and I don't know about y'all, but like when I was it 16? I was able to get my own phone in my own room, so I could actually lay in bed and talk on the phone. And just to show how times were different, we would call our friends and ask what our class schedule was to see if we had any classes together. That's what we did when we first got our phones like that. We'd call to see who was in our class, if our friends were in our classes and stuff. It's kind of funny looking back at it now, but I know, I'm telling you, I thought it was hilarious. And I cannot believe, and I don't remember how much our phones were back then, but I do not remember them being $80. I know they have the Bluetooth capability and stuff now, but I don't remember them being that much. I've got to find, my grandfather had one that was a red, white, and blue one, and I think that would be cool to sit it out, but it's in a closet somewhere. You know, as you age, you get more appreciative of things that you weren't before. So I want to set it out now. That is a great question, Jeannie. I know I posted the link yesterday. If you go to the link, it has all the individuals. It has all of the bundles. So if there is a transfer bundle, it will be listed on that sneak peek. And I'm going to be honest, I didn't look. I looked at the other 3 bundles, and I didn't look for that. Yeah, it just takes a little bit of patience. But like Rhonda said, the outcome is beautiful. And I do mine in stages, and I turn it, and I know I've explained it a million times so that y'all that have watched me a million times, but this just ensures that all of my outside is adhered, so as I work in, I don't lose any of that detail on the outside. So I'm excited to try on the 12 by 16 Flower Market one, the texture with Amy Howard, just to kind of show you how that looks, and if I can get it down. So I was going to try it today, but I just wasn't sure with the preview. But now I know how I can cut my preview down for Friday, because I kind of did my test run of it today. I know what I have time for on Friday. And I keep saying Friday, if you don't know what I'm talking about, I am an ambassador for Essential Stencil, so I will be doing the reveal on the Essential Stencil page as well. On Friday, you'll probably get to hear all of the ambassadors' thoughts on the different things this week every night. I'm going to say we have about 3 more minutes of this, y'all, and we'll be finished with this part. Yeah, I'm gonna say this, Jen. There's been a lot of misinformation that's been put out there. So this is my comment about that. Is you've got the links to go look at the links. They're not gonna throw something up there that's not on there. So that's gonna be your key for sure. Sometimes people assume that things are gonna happen or be a certain way and they're not. So just kind of look and kind of judge what's on there. And I'm not saying they're not gonna put it up there, and I will get clarification before my live on Friday, but I'm not gonna assume and tell you that there is because I don't see it on the website. That would be super cute, Janice. That would be super cute. Okay, guys, we're almost there. You just want to make sure it releases. It ensures that you don't get the wrinkles and all those things on there. I kind of pull at mine a little bit, but I make sure that it's down. And what I'm thinking too, y'all, if it's not on there right now, they might be trying to see response to, which they could add. I know they look at different people's pages and see what's going on and things like that. So just stay tuned, and when we know for sure, I will let you know, my friend. Okay, good. All right, guys, we are at the final part of this for this process. Well, I want to do one with glass too, with some resin and glass. I think that would be super pretty. I was like, what in the world is that? That was me. That was not. Got a couple different ideas with this, so we'll experiment while we can while they're in stock. Because like I said, I really see this in the horses selling out first round. Girl, I am obsessed with these ovals from Craft Deals, and I'm not going to say because I've done circles for so long that it's something new and I love them. And so I kind of quit doing my circles for a little bit just because I like the ovals and my customers are loving the ovals. It's just something different than what we had, if that makes sense. So, y'all, I got a hair that's on the bottom of here. I'm sure that is gross for y'all, but it got stuck in the part I didn't use. I know y'all can see what's happening. I can't see it because my arm's in the way, but we're almost there, y'all. Not going to speed up the very end because I want it to be good. Y'all, so cute. Okay. So here is our gorgeous barn. Y'all, look how pretty that is when when it comes off the contact paper, or what's it called? Transfer paper. Oh, y'all. Stop it. That is so gorgeous. Look at that. Ah. Okay, now it makes me not want to do what I was going to do with it. But, all right. Hang on. That's so pretty. That is gorgeous. Okay, so I was going to do like my little stencil around the side and do it in like a light peach. Are y'all up for that? Like I said, this live is going to be a little bit longer than normal. But, so pretty. Got one little spot right there that didn't want to stick down right. I love it. Okay. What do I do now? Okay, so y'all know I like to push things. If you just did this, it is beautiful, just like this. Okay, you could do it on a 12 by 16 surface. It would give you the white space all the way around it. We're gonna push the envelope just a little bit here. Let me look for what I'm looking for. You need the oval and the transfer. Sorry guys, it's been a long live. I've done a lot of talking. I have to drink. Okay. So, I kind of just wanted to, I'm not going to do raised stenciling, but I have to decide what color. Ooh, my carriage house green. Hang on. Oh, I was going to show y'all too. This is what I'm going to use for the truck. I have my gingerbread on this side, and I'm going to use the truck flower shop on that side. You can't wait. That's what I'm saying, guys. These, and I'm not trying to be that person, I promise. But everybody has said they love the barns. You just put handles on it. Oh, and I have handles. I don't have them in here. I would show you what that looks like. That would be pretty. Put handles on each side of these and seal it. Oh, that'd be gorgeous. But these and the horses. Everybody's saying I grabbed Woodwick. What was I thinking? I can't reach it. That's why. There it is. Come to me and don't fall over. Hang on. We're going to grab that because I can see me taking that and completely dumping it on the thing. These are going to be released on Saturday, Maggie, the 28th. Like, what is that sitting on? Okay, so what I'm thinking, and I'm going to do a test patch because I know that we can come through and lighten this up, darken it up, all the things. I want to see, I'll pull it over so you can see what I'm doing. I want to see what this green is going to look like with a little bit of white. I want to kind of tone it down. Okay, yeah, that's almost the same green. That's what I was hoping for. So can you see the difference in my greens? That's my carriage house, and that's mixed with white. Because y'all know me. I love patterns, I love details, I love all the things. So, but if I don't like it, it's just paint. We'll cover it up, and we'll be fine. Promise. Y'all know me. I'm going to experiment. I'm going to experiment because I love to experiment. I'm going to do it. Let's start right here. I know I'm making y'all nervous, but I'm showing you how easy it is to do one step and then add another step. And like I said, if I don't like it, I'll just take my white paint and paint over it. But I'm gonna love it. Okay, so we are gonna add a little bit of this detail because I love my cottage, y'all. So I'm gonna add some right here, right here, right here, and around the sides. So again, you do not have to do this. This is just me being that person who likes to add a little detail to stuff. These are the damask that was in my set. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. And I know some of y'all are looking at me like, Melissa, don't. But I'm telling you, I don't like a whole lot of white space on my projects. And I'm going to tie it all in together. I promise. And it's just paint. I'm not painting over the transfer. If we wanted to bring it over the transfer, we sure could. But I'm not. I'm just doing a little bit of that design. So if I get it all the way around there and I don't like it, I can just fix it because I'm not doing anything over my transfer. But I think it just kind of gives the board a little bit of, y'all, that's cute. Tell me that's not cute. I know y'all are thinking I'm crazy. I think it's cute. It just adds a little bit of something to it. And like I said, I don't like a whole lot of white space. I'm just that person. Let's look this way. And flowers around it, like raised stenciling around it. All the things around it would be super pretty. But like I said, I'm just doing this. Doing this for now. It is a transfer. It is a transfer. And they are coming out on Saturday on the Essential Stencil page. And my code Craft Treasures does save at checkout, guys. Get that same green. I should have tried to mix it all. Sometimes when you go back to try to mix your colors, you can't get it exactly how you had it. Y'all, I just love how it adds that little bit of, I don't know what you want to call it, but a little bit of, I guess, flair, Melissa flair. Is that the word? Just adding a little bit of detail around there. And remember, guys, we are going to add our crackle too. So, like I said, I knew this was going to be a longer project. If you can't watch the whole process, come back and catch the replay. But this is an idea to kind of elevate your project. Beginner, so we started beginner, and then we went to stenciling to add with it, and then we will come in with the rest of our stuff and make it advanced. Does that make sense? So we're kind of covering the whole grommet there. Beginner is, let me draw that. I don't want to mess it up. Go down that far. Let's take it kind of like that. I love the edges of the damask because you can really kind of decide exactly what you want to bring in on it. And then I'm going to bring in a little bit down here on the bottom. So cute. We could have done a lighter green too. Looking at it, the lighter green would have looked really pretty. But we did lighten the carriage house. Okay. All right. So that is that. We're going to get that dry real quick, and then we are going to add our crackle. So like I said, you can take it, you can elevate it, kind of give it a little decorative. And when we put that crackle on there, I think it's going to tie everything together. So let's do that now. The only thing I'm going to do before we do the crackle is I'm going to give a good little sand over this so everything is not sanding the floral, but I am sanding the stencil. And I'm using a 600 piece of sandpaper, grit wise. So it's a high grit. And that just kind of gives it a little bit of distress look. All right, so now we're gonna take our paper towel. We're gonna use our two-step crackle today. That's right, just giving it a little bit of, like I said, I don't want to say Melissa vibe, but it's totally screaming Melissa right now. Okay, gotta love it. So we are gonna put on a top coat. I am using Pentart sealer, maybe. Pentart decoupage varnish and glue. That is what I'm using. So let me make sure that's not gonna come off on me. And this is matte, and I'm gonna apply it to my entire surface. I am not doing a super heavy coat, guys. It is going to be a light brushing. And I also do both directions because I'm just that weirdo. And it's wood, because you know, wood has grain. You'll see me do this when I do my decoupage. And I'm gonna come over here, get my piece of hair that wants to linger forever today off, because that would be a sad day. And then we're just gonna go over the barn. Now, on this two-step crackle, if we do not want the barn to have the crackle, y'all, that hair is fighting me. There we go. We don't have to put the crackle over the barn. I am gonna do the entire piece just to show you what it would look like. Some people say they have a hard time with the crackle over transfers. I have not had an issue with essential stencil transfers. I have with other transfers trying to lift and peel, but not with essential stencil when I do it this way. Just making sure. Top coat is important. It's going to dry matte. This is a pretty big piece, y'all, so this part unfortunately is going to take a little bit, but that's what replays are for, right, y'all? But I didn't want to do this big of a project on a reel because it kind of takes away some of the steps of it. And this particular process is pretty precise. You gotta do all the steps. I'm just kind of looking in the light, making sure I got all of it, because like I said, I did a light coat, nothing dramatic. And y'all, this is all I have to do today. So I took yesterday off, and I am taking this afternoon off, and then I will get back at it tomorrow. You just want to use any type of sealer. I tend to use their sealer because it goes with their product, if that makes sense. So I know it's meant to work together. But I'm sure you could use any kind of brush sealer, as long as it seals your piece. I think so too, Jana, and that's what I want to do for the other piece. I've got to get Terry to come through and get me some wood out of the garage and cut it down for me. One thing you want to be careful with when you're doing a big piece like this, because it's going to take a while to dry all of it, you don't want to keep your heat gun in one specific place because you don't want it to peel and crack over that transfer. If you get that transfer too hot, that will happen. So we just need to make sure. And that's another reason why we do a light coat. If your light coat scares you and you want to do another coat, go ahead and do another coat. But don't do the first one too dark, because if you're going over it and it's not drying, it's going to crack. Absolutely. Absolutely, Rhonda. And I will say that this is the crackle step that I'm doing, because like I said, we kind of went beginning with just transfer and paint, then we elevated it with a stencil, And then we're coming through now with a more expensive product that's going to elevate it even more. So we went beginner, intermediate, to advanced. I was trying to think of the word. Okay, y'all, so those that are still with me, I got to tell y'all my story that happened to me while this is, because this is a process. Okay, so once that is dry, see how we've got that matte now? It's not shiny, but we've got that matte surface on there. Give me some hearts if y'all can see it. I can see it in the ring light. I don't know if y'all can. We've got that matte on there. And then of course the sides are matte as well. Okay, so y'all were with me on my live Friday night. And I had told y'all that I hadn't eaten. Remember, I was like, I just grabbed some pretzels and some things like that. So we're going to use component 1 of Fine Line Crackle. Let me go ahead and get this on, and then I'll tell you my story. Hang on, y'all. Oh, I swear I'm getting sick again. I don't have time for that. I cannot kick the sinus infection. It was funny, one of the guys at work, he came in and his whole face was red, and I'm like, out of my office, out of my office, out of my office. I do not want what you have. And now this weekend, I'm like, I think I'm getting what he has. Okay. So, Fine Line Crackle is thicker. The component number 1, we've already sealed our board. If this makes you nervous, guys, walk away, come back tomorrow, put on your first step if you want to make sure it's completely dry and you didn't mess anything up. So we want to use a soft brush. You can clean these brushes with like a turpentine. That is what's recommended. And then we are just going to apply this on to our surface. And like I said, it's a big surface. So I got to kind of pay attention to where it is and it isn't, especially with this brush. But I'm just gonna apply it. And again, we're using thin coats because this is gonna take a while. It is going to, I don't know if you can see, it's gonna turn it cloudy. And I'll hold this up after I get this section all the way up. Because if you miss a section, guys, and you go to put that other coat on it and you've missed that section, it is not going to crackle right. And it's going to leave like a big bulge in the middle of your project. But can y'all see how it's cloudied compared to this? So we've got the cloudy and then the, whatever you want to call it. So you just want to make sure you get a good even coat. Nothing crazy. I've seen some people slather this on so thick, I'm like, it's going to take days for that to dry. So you just want a good thin coat. Don't want to overwork it too much. You've been having a key lime craving. I ate all my key lime pie yesterday, y'all. So, and when I say too much, this, can you see that, how I put that on? That's way too much. You don't want it to be that opaque. So I'm just going to kind of brush that out so it's a little bit thinner. And I'm working in sections. And one thing that I highly recommend if you're using a big transfer like this and you've never done this process, see how I got way too much right there? So I'm just going to work it out, is to let it dry on its own and then come back and do your other step. If you've never worked with it before and you've got a big project, that is my word of advice. But I mean, it dries in like 2 or 3 hours too, so you could just walk away and come back. But because we're going to put the heat gun on it, and like I said, we don't want it to bubble, we don't want it to lift. So if you let the natural process work, it's going to work better. We are applying first step Pin-Tart Crackle. We've already sealed our piece, and now we are applying our crackle. And you can tell that this is drying, and now, See, we started over here, so we're back to that bright, and see how we've got the cloudy over here where my thumb's at. Give me some hearts if y'all can see that difference. So this is starting to dry. That still needs to dry. So you'll definitely be able to tell when it's dry, for sure. Got another good little chunk right there, so I'm kind of, because it's going to happen, y'all. You're going to grab a little bit too much at one point. It's going to happen. Nothing's perfect. But you got to be able to pivot and fix it. Kind of look, make sure we've got everything covered. And I think we're good. Now, one thing too, this is wood. It's not glass, so we do have some of the porousness of the wood. Some of it will go deeper into the wood than other areas. Just keep that in mind. All right. So, this is what it looks like when it's on. See it, how cloudy it is, y'all? Can y'all see that? So this is what we just put on. This is what's drying. And now we've got a little bit more sheen than we had before. So drying, dried. And then I'm gonna go ahead and help it along. So once we have that down, guys, don't touch it, okay? Just promise me you won't touch it. Thank you for the stars, my friend. I didn't even see that. And we don't want it to get too hot, so we're gonna kind of work it around. See how I'm moving I'm not staying in one place. Yes, Pinpart, Decor, glue, and sealer is the first thing I use. Okay, so let me tell you my story while this is drying. Okay. So Friday night, I came home, got my stuff together, did my live, had, you know, some cracker, like a Chex Mix type thing, not a lot, but some. Had a couple, what do you want to call them, pretzels, Cheez-Its, Chex Mix, not a lot, but I had some. So after my live, I told all y'all I was going to go get some key lime pie. I was like, no, I'm just going to go to bed. That's what I'm going to do. So I take Ambien to sleep at night. And so I went ahead and took my Ambien and was like, I'm going to bed. Well, that was like, what, 8:15, 8:30, and I couldn't sleep, and I was cold. I'm like, it is so cold in here. And so I have a stepper to my bed so I can get in and out of bed easily when Terry is not here. We actually use a vibration plate. I don't know if you know about those, but they're really big, they're really sturdy. They pop to the ground so they don't move around. And so I have one of those by my bed. And I did, Leslie. I sure did. I sealed it before I put this on there. And so I was like, I'm cold. So this was about 30 minutes after I took my Ambien. So if anybody on here has ever taken sleeping medications, you know where I'm fixing to go with this. I went to get out of bed. And I was like, whew, not eating. I'm a little bit drunk, which I wasn't drunk because I didn't drink, but I was on my sleeping medicine. I went to step onto my vibration plate, and I kind of just slid down the bed. And I was like, y'all know me, I bruise so easily. I cannot get up off the floor if I'm on the floor. So I slid, and my feet were like on the opposite side of the vibration plate. I'm like, oh, that's great. Because with my cerebral palsy, I'm like, there's no way I'm going to be able to pick up my feet to put them back on by myself. And I was home by myself. And I'm like, huh, this is a predicament. I'm just kind of, because we have like a little edge on the bed. So when I slid down, I kind of was on that. So I'm sitting up, but my feet are like straight. So I'm kind of like this. And I'm like, I'm going to bruise myself. I got to think about this. So I was like, huh, my phone is still on the bed. But thankfully I had plugged my phone in. Oh, I'm glad you're here, Janice. So I plugged my phone in. So I grabbed my cord very cautiously and I texted, or I called my next door neighbor, and she didn't answer. So I gave it like 5 minutes, and then I texted her, and I'm like, are you home? And she texted me right back, and she's like, sorry, I was in the shower. She's like, yes, I'm home. What's up? And I'm like, I'm stuck. And she's like, what do you mean you're stuck? And I was like, I went to go turn on the air conditioner, and I'm stuck. And keep in mind, I'm like 30 minutes into my Ambien, so I had no business getting up. So she's like, I'll be right there. Give me your garage code. And I was like, I don't know if I know my garage code because we change it all the time. So I call Terry. I'm all nonchalant. I'm like, hey, hon, Jennifer's coming over, and I'm already in bed, but she's coming over. What's the garage code? And he's like, strange question at 9 o'clock now. And so anyway, he gives me the code, and he gives me the wrong code. So Jennifer's over there. She's trying to get in, can't get in. Her husband comes over, can't get in. She's like, are you sure this is right? And I'm like, yeah, it's right. You know, Terry even texted back, it's right. And so finally we were thinking about it, and we're like, no, that's not right. It's enter instead of pound. So she entered, and the garage door opened. You know, her first question was, were you dressed? My husband's with me. And I'm like, absolutely. Come on back. I'm just stuck. I'm sitting. I'm just stuck. And so I got one spot. I told you not to touch it, but I got one spot that was too heavy. But anyway, so they come back there, and she's like, what do you need me to do? And I'm like, take this vibration plate underneath my thighs and get it out of the way. I was like, move it. So she unpops it, gets it moved. She's like, is this gonna hurt you? I'm like, just don't let it touch me. We'll be fine. So she moves it, and so she's like, what are we gonna do now? And I was like, you know, like, give me your husband's hand like this, and he can pull me up. And he is like, no. He's like, you're gonna put your arms around my neck, and I'm gonna lift you up. And I'm like, what? He's like, it's happening. So he lifted me up off the floor, and we were good. He didn't let me go for a little bit because he's like, I don't want you to fall. And he's like, what were you doing up? And I'm like, I was cold. So we made sure we got the air conditioning fixed. I went back to bed. Terry called me. He was like, what happened? He's like, you don't call me at 9 o'clock at night asking for a garage code. He's like, I know you were lying to me. He's like, what happened? So I told him. He was just beside himself because he's like, why did you even get out of bed? I'm like, I don't know. I'm looking for my other brush, y'all. Anyway, so I am good. I have no bruises. My pride is hurt, but my neighbors came over and helped me out. And y'all have heard me say this a million times on my lives. I love my next door neighbors. They are amazing. I've lived next to them now for 18 years. So good. But the moral of that is I know that he can pick me up. So if I ever fall again, he's getting the first call. Fine Line Crackle varnish number 2. So that was our Friday night fun, y'all. It wasn't fun, but it made for a long night. And then I was scared to death to get out of bed. Okay, so I know, right? So we have our second step on there. See how it's kind of a little shiny now? We've got that on there. I know, Jen, if they wouldn't have been here, I would have ended up calling the ambulance. But I was like, oh, I do not want to do that. I was like, I don't want to do that. So it worked out. We're good. And she's saving the garage code. So she was like, if I ever need to come back over, we are good. Until Terry changes it again. But I will make sure that she has it. And she was so cute. She's like, do you have a window that's open? I'm like, no. She's like, do you have a door that's open? I'm like, no. She's like, well, how am I supposed to get in? I said, we have a little doggy door. That's all I can think of. And she's like, I don't think I'll fit in the dog door. But anyway, so, you know, they eventually got in. But it was funny because she was like, yeah, I don't think I'm fitting in that dog door. I was like, I know, that's the only thing. We don't leave anything unlocked. Okay, guys, on the second step, we are not going to work this as hard as we did the first step. We are doing super, super light. This is going to kind of amber your white. So you're going to know where you have applied it because obviously when you look in the tube, it's a little bit ambered color. We just want to make sure we get it all over our surface. Y'all, I was terrified. Because I was like, you know, I've had incidents when Terry's here before and we worked it out, but I was like, I am by myself. And that was a little bit scary. But like I said, we got it figured out. We got a game plan for next time. And then I went to go and, you know, she put my plate back so I could actually stand on it to get into the bed. And I was kind of nervous to even attempt it, but, you know, we got it. We're good. That next time when I had to get out of go to the bathroom and whatnot, and I was like, okay, now I'm paying attention to what's happening so it won't happen again. Because I was not paying attention. My Ambien was too fresh in my brain at that time. I don't know if anybody's ever taken it, but that was my downfall, was the Ambien for sure. You phone the bedroom. Phone. Oh, I was like, I missed part of that. Man, I'll have to look. I will have to look, dear. Okay, so we're just doing light little coats. And remember, we're dealing with wood, so it's not going to be perfect because we've got some porous areas. Even though we've sealed it and done all the things, it's still going to happen in some places. Promise you, I've been doing this a long time. It's still going to happen. But it makes for a beautiful project. We're going to use eyeshadow today for our cracks. I like the eyeshadow better than their wax just because I can manipulate it better and not have to buff it as much. Yes, you can. 911, we have found this out. I don't know if it's public, so hopefully nobody comes after me. Ours, anyway. They will come and help you if you get up. There is no charge, but I try to save that for an emergency situation. I've only used it once for that. But that was going to be the next step because I sure wasn't going to sit there until my live today. That was not going to happen. So what I'm trying to say is last week I got stuck in the recliner, if y'all watched me, because we lost our power and I got stuck in the recliner. And this week I got stuck in the bed, on the bottom of the bed. So I can't wait to see what's going to happen next week. I am adding Pin Tart Fine Line Crackle number 2. Component number 2. It dries faster than component number 1. We're almost done. We just got to get this dry. And then it kind of gives it like your porcelain china. Is porcelain china? I don't even know if that's a thing. The porcelain look. And I hope this bottle works. She had sent it from a colder climate and it's not supposed to freeze or it doesn't work. So we'll find out in a second if it froze. Okay, I think I'm pretty good. I see like 2 little spots. The light will help you see, and I may have waited too long for that. I know I waited too long for that one, so I'm not even going to attempt that one. Okay. So this is going to give us our fun crackle. No, he is with his mom this weekend, helping her with some things around the house. She had a fall and is having some problems with her shoulder. So, okay, so can you see how shiny we are now? We are super shiny. Well, hopefully he will be here next weekend, so he will make sure that I have all the things going on. Because if he would have been here, I would have been like, honey, turn down the heat, or turn up the heat. But yeah, 2 weekends in a row now. So I ate like a pig yesterday, y'all. So I was like, not eating and doing that was not smart. And I refuse to admit that I'm to the point where I need one of those life alert bracelets, but it may not be far away. Again, I'm not leaving it in one spot. And this is a bigger project, y'all, so... Oh, Susan, stay safe, my friend. I can't believe y'all are having a snowstorm and we're over here sunny and almost 60 degrees. So again, you can apply this, you can walk away, come back, let it completely dry. I am seeing some good crackle. I know y'all can't see it yet. I'm going to show you what you can kind of look for here in a minute. Y'all, this is going to be so cool. I do not have an Apple Watch. I do not. I have an Apple iPhone, but I don't have a watch. I'm glad my dryer doesn't overheat like my other one. There's no way we could have done this on a live. Y'all, it's so pretty. The transfer is from Essential Stencil. The stencil that I did around the borders is from Essential Stencil. The transfer is not available until Saturday. Y'all, you're gonna go crazy when y'all see this. It's so pretty. So one thing about fine line crackle is you are, to your eye, if you look at it, you're not going to really see that crackle immediately until you put something on it. I've got a little bit too much right there, and I hate that, but it's dry, so we're just going to have a little bubble right there. Dang it. As that was like my number one. That's not dry right there. That is all the way over here. Okay. Just gotta get this done. If you have too much, you'll get like these little bubble crack looking things, and that's what I've got down here. I missed those in the light somehow, but that's okay. I think I am gonna take, I don't remember who suggested putting the handles on here. I can still do that because I can drill a hole through it. I still think I'm going to put handles on this and make it into a cool tray. I may make it into a Lazy Susan because it is ready to go. I just got to paint the this part. All right, I see my crackle. See a lot of crackle right there yet. You see it there. Get down here. You can definitely see it in the light, the way the angle shines on it, and that's what I'm looking for right now. So we're almost done, y'all. They will be ready to ship on the 28th. And I don't know if you remember last time when they did the last one, it shipped pretty quick. Let's try to get a couple more bigger crackles over here. The heat kind of helps it crack, if that makes sense. I really want one right there, and I don't know if it's, I don't want to keep it over it too long. Y'all, I can't wait to see this with the eyeshadow on there. So, if you do this, and you're not sure if it's dry, I recommend waiting 24 hours so you can know that it's completely dry before. If you use you are good. Oh, have fun, Lori. If you use the antique paste, I recommend waiting just because if it's not completely dry, you're going to have some new cracks that come up. Sure. There's my crack there. The eyeshadow is not a big deal because we're going to buff that right off. One of the things you do not want to use is a Clorox wipe or a wet wipe. You want to use like a turpentine cleaner, solvent-based sealer. There we go. Now we got the crackle there. Okay, that was just a little bit heavier. Okay. All right, I'm good. I think I got one little spot right here. Okay. All right, I think we're good. Okay, so we are shiny now. Can y'all see how shiny we are? Because like I said, this is a process. We went from beginner to intermediate to advanced. Now, you don't see any crackle to the eye, okay? I promise you it's on here. So what we're gonna do, I have an old eyeshadow that I will not use on my face, but I will use it on my board. And let's find, y'all, we'll use this one. We'll use the back side of that one because it has, I'm going to use an eye makeup applicator. I don't know where my package is. I don't see them. Oops. Well, that's not the color we were going to use, but we could. See, I told you it was old. Hang on, y'all. I told you it was old. All right, get off there. Okay. At least we're all sit and done, right? All right, I'll have to take that off and clean that. So let's get a brown. Let's do this brown. There might not be. Okay, I see my crackle. Can y'all see it coming through? You might not be able to yet, but all right, look down here at the bottom. Can y'all see? I don't know if y'all can see it. There's where we started. Right there. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to move to the side so you can see it a little bit better, but I had to start down there because I'm just that person. So we're going to take our eyeshadow and we're going to bring in these crackles. It's like magic. Magic. Can you see the crackles now? Can you see them? Give me some hearts if you can see them. They're coming together, y'all. So we don't see any crackles over here. Okay. Like I said, it's like magic. Can you see the crackles now, y'all? Give me some hearts if you can see those crackles. And we're going to do this over the whole thing, y'all. And then we're done. And we will be done. So one of the reasons I like the eyeshadow is sometimes like you may miss a little spot, like I did miss a spot up here, but it's easy for that eyeshadow to come off versus your, oh, I love it. I love that, Terry. Versus your waxes. So it's just a little bit easier to control, I guess is the word. All right, and then we're gonna put our crackles on our barn. So y'all remember, this was not cracked. This is something we did not come this way. We're just aging the entire piece to give it a fun little detail. And then I will spray it with a solvent-based sealer. And we'll be good to go. Y'all, this is so pretty. I'm glad I went ahead and went with the crackle over this. It just adds a little something to it. And again, like I said, I don't have a problem with my transfers with Essential Stencil trying to lift like some other transfers. So just getting in all the crackles with that eyeshadow. And I think, because that's one spot I missed, so I'm not going to put it there. I think I'm good. All right. See the crackle, y'all? See the crackle on the barn? The crackle on the flowers? Give me some hearts if y'all can see that. And then, of course, we've got our crackle right in here. Just kind of age that piece. Y'all know I'm not done, though. Y'all know I got to do one more thing. Y'all know I got to take my wax around the edges, and then I'll be done. I will link it for you, dear. I will link it for you. So, like I said, you can stop at any point. Any point you want. I just like to push the envelope. But I know I did miss some up here, so I want to kind of blend it where it all kind of blends together. So, like I said, you never have a mistake. You can always fix your boo-boos. So I'm just going to kind of add a little bit of brown there. And then like a little bit right there. Oh, thank you for the hearts, my friend. I appreciate it. This was a super fun piece to do. So, like I said, we took it beginner, intermediate, to advanced. It did take us a little bit longer because remember I did show y'all all of the preview of the stencils. So if you're just catching the replay and went to the end, need a little wax in there, I'll go and use that. Go ahead and catch that at the beginning. Like I said, I just gotta add just that person, y'all. I gotta add it a little bit. Gotta blend it all together. I am happy with this piece, y'all. I think it's gorgeous. I just added a little bit of that all the way around for that one little mistake that I made. Y'all, can y'all see how shiny? There is our crackles. We got our wax on there. So what I'll do is I'll let my wax sit on there a little while, then I will buff it off, and then, like I said, we can do our solvent base. And then I am probably going to add 2 little handles right here because I just think that would be super cute. Oh, thank you, Joyce Ann. Y'all, I had a blast with y'all, and I appreciate y'all hanging out. Like I said, I know it was a super long live today. We accomplished a lot of things, but I am obsessed with this. This is gorgeous. I don't know if y'all can see how pretty that is with the cracks in the flowers and on the barn door. Can y'all see that? Oh, so pretty. And then we've just got our stencils around it. I think that kind of elevated it up a little bit too, just to add something different that we normally wouldn't see. Y'all, I'm obsessed with this. I hope you love it. And I hope you learned something new today. I can't stand how pretty that is. That is so pretty. I love it. I know when we've got our little crackles over our stencils and stuff, it is gorgeous, y'all. So pretty. And I know sometimes when y'all look at things on the screen because of the ring light, it looks a little bit different, but super, super pretty, y'all. Oh, thank you for the stars, Deborah. I appreciate y'all. It was a long live today. I have not done a 2-hour live in probably, 2 years probably? So I'm not going to say I need a nap, but I'm going to go sit and watch TV. You sure can, Joyce Ann, you sure can. I use that a lot. And we've also got a clear, I don't know what brand it is. That's why I said I would drop it down. It's another one that Terry uses a lot. But I don't know what it's called because he likes that one. I like the Rust-Oleum 2x matte because I know it's absolutely not going to yellow as quick as some other things. And remember, guys, we use the 2-step process. If you look at that amber or the second step, it has an amber glaze to it. So it's going to turn your piece from that stark white to like that older piece looking. Oh, that would be cute. You know, I would say add some bling bees to it. That would be really cute. Just to add a little pop. Oh, thank you for the stars, Karen. You're so sweet. Y'all are so sweet. So sweet, guys. Y'all have any questions about the launch now that I can actually look up at y'all? And y'all need to see anything again or anything? Y'all let me know because I am still here. I am still here. I really want to do that bunny butt, but I'm holding back. I'm holding back. Oh, Paula, thank you for the stars, guys. Oh, you too, Susan. You too. And I hope your storm is not too bad to lose power and all that stuff. We'll be praying for you, my friend. And then, guys, this is the other one that was in there. So you get 2 in these. And like I said, not to cause any type of panic or any, you know, need to do that. But I do see these selling out pretty quickly. But I'm sure they'll restock them too. If it's like the Santa transfers, he probably ordered pretty deep on them. Yay. Oh, thank you, Vicki. I'm just kind of hanging out, making sure there's no other questions while I'm trying to get this put up so I don't mess it up. Thank you, Paula. I appreciate y'all. I appreciate y'all more than y'all know, guys. More than you know. I love being here. I'm so blessed that I get the opportunity to do this and share all the things. Whether you're a creator, a seller, I should have put it in where you could have seen it. Goodness gracious. So blessed to be on this journey with all of y'all. That's why I couldn't get it in there. The transfers, is that what you're looking for, Elizabeth? Y'all, I'm kind of thinking I need to like have my stuff done before I come live on Sunday and I can spend more time with y'all. Bunny transfers, is that what you're looking for? We got the cute little bunny transfers. Both sets. I think she is adorable. She is super cute. And then you had these bunny transfers. And you know, we're super excited about those carrots, y'all. Gonna go back to the carrots. Super excited about the carrots. And then we have this one. And 2 more, Elizabeth. This one right here. With this one. Whoop. We're gonna go backwards now. And our lambs. The size with the, because I got to put them back, Jana, are, hang on, try not to mess them up, y'all. Because if y'all know me, I can do it, even if I don't try. Suitcase. This one with the suitcase right here, yes, the 28th, which would be midnight on the 27th. So this one is approximately 6 3/8 from flower to flower, and from that to the top of the ear, you're looking at 6 3/8. So 6 3/8 by 6 3/8. This one down here is going to be 5 3/4 to about 6 1/4. Anybody else have any questions, y'all? If y'all have them and y'all think of them after the live, I will be happy. I know, aren't they cute? Look at the teacups, y'all. So cute. I'll be happy to go back and answer them for y'all. They will be releasing on the 28th on Saturday. And of course, my code CRAFTTREASURES does save at checkout, guys. And if you are not using my code, but would use my link to use a gift card or a gift certificate or a winning amount, if you'll use my link, I would appreciate it. So here we are with today's finished project. This is one of the transfers that is coming out. If you are missing this at the beginning, the barn is what we added, those crackles. The barn does not come with the crackles. We added that, guys. So, super pretty project. I appreciate y'all hanging out with me. If you have any more questions, drop them down below, guys. And I will see y'all on Tuesday at 8 p.m. Central, guys. And then I'll see y'all again Friday night. And who knows, we may help on Thursday night too. I don't know. We'll see what the week brings, guys. Y'all be blessed. Have a fantastic week. And I will see y'all soon. Bye, guys.